Croatia, a country where ancient Roman emperors built palaces, where medieval cities cling to dramatic coastlines, and where turquoise waterfalls cascade through pristine forests. This Adriatic gem offers over 1,000 islands, crystal clear waters, and some of Europe's most stunning landscapes. Let's begin with Dubrovnik, the crown jewel of Croatia's Dalmatian coast. This medieval fortress city, surrounded by massive stone walls and jutting into the Adriatic Sea, is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. But in recent years, Dubrovnik gained fame for another reason: its King's Landing from Game of Thrones. Walking through Dubrovnik's Old Town feels like stepping onto a television set, because you literally are. The city's limestone streets, Baroque buildings, and imposing fortifications provided the perfect backdrop for the fictional capital of Westeros. Fans flock here to walk the Walk of Shame down the Jesuit staircase, visit Fort Lovrijenac, the Red Keep, and stand where dragons once soared over Blackwater Bay. Fort Lovrijenac, also known as Dubrovnik's Gibraltar, stands on a 37-meter cliff just outside the western wall. This massive fortress has guarded the city's landward approach since the 11th century. Legend says Venetians planned to build a fortress here to control Dubrovnik, but the people of Ragusa worked day and night for 3 months to build Lovrijenac first. When Venetian ships arrived with building materials, they found the fort already standing. The fortress walls facing the sea are 12 meters thick, while walls facing the city are only 60 centimeters thick. This deliberate design meant that if enemies captured the fort, they couldn't use it against the city. But Dubrovnik's story extends far beyond fantasy television. Founded in the 7th century, Dubrovnik became the Republic of Ragusa, a powerful maritime republic that rivaled Venice. For centuries, Ragusa maintained independence through skilled diplomacy and naval strength. The city's motto, "Liberty is not sold for all the gold in the world," reflects this fierce independence. The old town is encircled by walls up to 25 meters high and 6 meters thick. You can walk the entire 2-kilometer circuit atop these walls, offering breathtaking views of terracotta rooftops, the shimmering Adriatic, and the limestone cliffs beyond. The walk takes about 2 hours and is best done early morning or late afternoon to avoid both crowds and heat. Stradon, Dubrovnik's main street, runs through the heart of the old town. This limestone-paved promenade, polished smooth by centuries of footsteps, connects the Pile Gate to the old harbour. Cafes and shops line the street, housed in buildings reconstructed after a devastating 1667 earthquake. The Baroque St. Blaise Church honours Dubrovnik's patron saint, who according to legend appeared in a dream to warn the city of an impending Venetian attack. Orlando's column stands in front of the church, a medieval monument where the Republic's flag once flew and public announcements were made. The Franciscan monastery houses one of the world's oldest pharmacies, operating continuously since 1317. You can still purchase remedies made from traditional recipes passed down through centuries. Take the cable car up Mount Surge for panoramic views of the entire city, the Elefiti Islands, and the Adriatic stretching to the horizon. At the summit, the Museum of the Homeland War documents Dubrovnik's 1991 to 1992 siege during the Croatian War of Independence. The city endured months of shelling that damaged 2/3 of its buildings. Today, the reconstructed roofs you see from the walls are testament to Croatia's remarkable recovery. Despite summer crowds that can overwhelm the old town, especially when cruise ships dock, Dubrovnik remains magical. Visit in shoulder season, May or September, for pleasant weather and manageable crowds. Now let's travel north to Split, Croatia's second largest city and the heart of Dalmatia. Split is unique among European cities because its entire historic center is built within the walls of a Roman palace. In 305 AD, Roman Emperor Diocletian retired to a massive palace he'd constructed on the Dalmatian coast. The palace covered 9 acres, housed thousands of people, and was designed as a fortified residence combining a luxury villa and a military camp. After the fall of Rome, local people sought refuge within the palace's protective walls. Over centuries, they built homes, shops, and churches inside the ancient structure. Today, nearly 3,000 people live within Diocletian's palace, and the area is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Walking through Split's Old Town means walking through Roman history. The palace's basement halls, where Daenerys kept her dragons in Game of Thrones, are remarkably preserved. The peristyle, the palace's central square, features Roman columns and a sphinx that Diocletian brought from Egypt over 1,700 years ago. The Cathedral of St. Domnius was originally Diocletian's mausoleum. After his death, the emperor's remains were removed, and the building was converted into a church, becoming one of the world's oldest Catholic cathedrals still in use. You can climb the bell tower for stunning views over Split's red rooftops and the harbour beyond. Split's waterfront promenade, the Riva, stretches along the harbour, lined with palm trees, cafes, and restaurants. This is where locals gather to drink coffee, socialise, and watch the sunset. The Riva perfectly captures Split's character, relaxed, social, and effortlessly blending ancient history with modern Mediterranean life. Marjan Hill rises west of the Old Town, a pine-covered peninsula offering hiking trails, beaches, and lookout points with spectacular views. It's Split's green lung and the perfect escape from summer heat. Split serves as the gateway to Croatia's islands. Ferries depart daily for Hvar, Brač, Vis, and Korčula, making Split an ideal base for island-hopping adventures. Unlike Dubrovnik, Split feels less like a museum and more like a living city. Locals hang laundry from ancient Roman walls. Children play soccer in squares flanked by 1,700-year-old columns, and the sound of Dalmatian klapa music echoes through limestone alleys. Split is Croatia at its most authentic. Leaving the coast, we journey inland to Plitvice Lakes National Park, one of Europe's most spectacular natural wonders and Croatia's most visited attraction. This UNESCO World Heritage Site features 16 terraced lakes connected by waterfalls, all in shades of turquoise, blue, and green that seem almost unreal. The lakes formed over thousands of years through deposits of travertine, a type of limestone. Water flowing over the travertine creates barriers that form natural dams. As these barriers grow, new waterfalls emerge, creating an ever-changing landscape. The process continues today, making Plitvice a living, evolving ecosystem. The water's extraordinary colors come from minerals, organisms, and the angle of sunlight. Depending on the mineral content, time of day, and season, the lakes shift from azure to emerald to deep turquoise. No two visits to Plitvice look the same. The park is divided into upper and lower lakes, connected by wooden walkways and hiking trails. The lower lakes feature the most dramatic waterfalls, including Veliki Slap, the Great Waterfall, which plunges 78 meters into the canyon below. The roar of falling water fills the air, and mist creates rainbows on sunny days. Walking the trails at Plitvice feels like entering a fairy tale. Wooden boardwalks wind directly over crystal-clear water where you can see trout swimming below. Waterfalls cascade from every direction. Dense forests of beech, fir, and spruce surround the lakes, home to deer, wolves, lynx, and over 120 bird species, including rare species found nowhere else in Europe. The park offers several hiking routes ranging from 2 hours to 8 hours. The most popular route takes about 4 hours and covers both upper and lower lakes. Electric boats and panoramic trains transport visitors between sections, though walking offers the most intimate experience. Visit early morning for the best light and smallest crowds. Summer sees massive tour groups, particularly from cruise ship passengers making day trips from Split or Zadar. Spring brings high water levels and the most dramatic waterfalls, while autumn offers stunning fall colors reflected in the lakes. Plitvice can be crowded, but the park's beauty transcends the crowds. Even with hundreds of visitors, moments of solitude appear around corners, beside hidden pools or along lesser-traveled paths. The waterfalls don't diminish with popularity. They remain one of nature's most breathtaking spectacles. Back to the coast, we sail to Hvar, the most glamorous of Croatia's islands. Hvar combines stunning natural beauty, medieval history, and a reputation as the Adriatic's party island, attracting celebrities, yacht owners, and travelers seeking both culture and nightlife. Hvar town, the island's main settlement, clusters around a beautiful harbor backed by a Venetian fortress. The fortress, Fortica, sits atop a hill overlooking the town. Climb the stone steps at sunset for panoramic views over the harbor, the offshore Paklini Islands, and the mountains of the mainland glowing in golden light. St. Stephen's Square, one of Dalmatia's largest town squares, centers Hvar town. The Cathedral of St. Stephen, with its Renaissance bell tower, dominates the square. The building dates to the 16th century and houses valuable works of art, including paintings by Venetian masters. Hvar has been inhabited since prehistoric times. Greeks established a colony here in the 4th century BC. Romans followed, then Byzantines, Venetians, and briefly Napoleon's France, before joining the Austrian Empire and eventually Yugoslavia. Each culture left its mark on the island's architecture, cuisine, and character. The island is famous for lavender. Purple fields blanket the hillsides in June and July, filling the air with fragrance. Lavender oil, honey, and products are sold throughout the island. The tradition of lavender cultivation dates back centuries when Venetian merchants recognized the island's ideal climate for growing the aromatic plant. Hvar offers some of Croatia's best beaches. The Paklini Islands, a chain of small islands just off Hvar town, feature secluded bays, crystal waters, and beach clubs. Water taxis ferry visitors between islands, allowing you to explore multiple beaches in a day. The town of Stari Grad, on Hvar's north coast, offers a quieter alternative to Hvar town. It's Croatia's oldest continuously inhabited town, founded by Greeks in 384 BC. The surrounding Stari Grad plain, with its ancient field patterns, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site showcasing Greek agricultural practices unchanged for over 2,000 years. Hvar's nightlife rivals anywhere in the Mediterranean. Beach clubs transform into party venues after sunset, with DJs playing until dawn. Carpe Diem, Hvar's most famous beach club, operates both in town and on a small island, accessible only by boat. But beyond the glamour and parties, Hvar retains authentic Croatian character. Stone villages dot the interior. Vineyards produce excellent wines, and locals still fish the same waters their ancestors fished for millennia. Hvar manages to be both sophisticated and traditional, party island and historical treasure. Our journey continues to Zadar, a coastal city that perfectly blends ancient history with modern innovation. While less famous than Dubrovnik or Split, Zadar offers unique attractions and a more authentic Croatian experience. Zadar's Old Town sits on a peninsula jutting into the Adriatic. The city's history spans over 3,000 years. Romans made it a major colony. Byzantines ruled for centuries. Venetians controlled it for 400 years. Each civilization contributed to Zadar's rich cultural tapestry. The Roman Forum, dating to the 1st century BC, still dominates the city center. Columns and stones from 2,000 years ago stand alongside medieval churches. St. Donatus Church, a 9th century Byzantine structure, is Zadar's most recognizable building. Its circular design and massive stone blocks create an imposing presence. The church no longer holds services, but hosts concerts, where its acoustics showcase classical music perfectly. Zadar's Cathedral of St. Anastasia is the largest church in Dalmatia. Built between the 12th and 13th centuries, it combines Romanesque and Gothic styles. Climb the bell tower for sweeping views over the city, islands, and the Velebit mountain range on the mainland. But Zadar's most famous attractions are modern. The sea organ, completed in 2005, is an architectural and musical wonder. Tubes beneath marble steps along the waterfront create sounds as waves push air through them. The result is an ever-changing symphony of the sea, with the Adriatic itself as the musician. At sunset, crowds gather to listen to the haunting, otherworldly sounds while watching the sun sink into the sea. Next to the sea organ sits the Sun Salutation, a 22-meter circle of glass plates installed in the pavement. Solar panels beneath the glass collect sunlight during the day. After dark, the installation transforms into a mesmerizing light show, with colors pulsing and shifting in patterns synchronized with the sea organ's sounds. Film director Alfred Hitchcock once declared Zadar's sunset the most beautiful in the world. Whether he was right is subjective, but watching the sunset over the Adriatic from Zadar's waterfront, with the sea organ playing and the sun salutation glowing, is undeniably magical. Zadar also serves as a gateway to nearby attractions. Kornati National Park, an archipelago of 89 islands, offers some of the Mediterranean's best sailing. Paklenica National Park, part of the Velebit mountain range, features dramatic canyons and hiking trails. Both are easily accessible day trips from Zadar. The city's more relaxed pace and lower prices compared to Dubrovnik make it attractive for travelers seeking authentic Croatian culture without overwhelming crowds. We end our journey in Istria, Croatia's northern peninsula that borders Slovenia and Italy. Here, in the town of Rovinj, you'll find one of Croatia's most picturesque coastal settlements. Rovinj rises from the Adriatic like a painting. Colorful houses in shades of pink, yellow, and ochre cluster on a small peninsula, their walls descending directly into the sea. Narrow, cobblestone streets wind upward toward the Church of St. Euphemia, whose towering campanile dominates the skyline. The church, built in the 18th century, is dedicated to a Christian martyr from the 4th century. Her sarcophagus miraculously appeared on Rovinj's shores in 800 AD, according to legend. Climb the church tower for breathtaking views over the town's red rooftops, the harbor filled with fishing boats, and the 14 islands of the Rovinj archipelago scattered across the Azure Sea. Rovinj's Venetian influence is unmistakable. Venice controlled Istria for centuries, shaping architecture, cuisine, and culture. Italian is still widely spoken here, and street signs appear in both Croatian and Italian. The town's character feels more Mediterranean than Slavic, a unique blend found only in Istria. The harbor is Rovinj's heart. Fishermen still bring daily catches to market, selling fresh fish, squid, and shellfish. Restaurants line the waterfront, serving seafood prepared with Italian techniques and Croatian ingredients. Rovinj has avoided over-tourism better than many Croatian coastal towns. It remains charming, authentic, and manageable even in peak summer. The blend of Venetian architecture, fishing village authenticity, and artistic atmosphere makes Rovinj feel like Croatia's answer to Cinque Terre or Portofino, but without the crowds or prices. To truly understand Croatia, you must look beyond the coastline and tourist attractions to the country's culture, history, and people. Croatia gained independence in 1991 after Yugoslavia's breakup. The Croatian War of Independence lasted until 1995, leaving scars still visible today. Dubrovnik's siege, the destruction of Vukovar, and the suffering across the country remain within living memory. Yet Croatia has rebuilt, healed, and transformed into one of Europe's most successful young democracies and a member of the European Union since 2013. Wine production in Croatia dates back over 2,000 years. The country produces excellent wines, particularly whites from Istria and Dalmatian reds. Plavac Mali, a grape related to Zinfandel, produces powerful red wines from vineyards clinging to steep coastal slopes. Croatians are proud, resilient, and passionate about their country. And they take hospitality seriously, welcoming visitors warmly. Despite decades under communism, entrepreneurial spirit thrives, particularly in tourism, where family-run hotels, restaurants, and apartments offer personalized experiences often superior to international chains. Football, or soccer, is Croatia's national obsession. Despite a population of just 4 million, Croatia consistently produces world-class players. The national team reached the World Cup finals in 2018, finishing second, and again reached the semi-finals in 2022. When Croatia plays, the entire country stops. Croatia is a country of stunning contrasts. Ancient Roman palaces shelter modern life. Medieval walls overlook turquoise seas. Waterfalls cascade through forests just hours from glamorous beaches. From Dubrovnik's Game of Thrones fame to Plitvice's natural wonder, from Split's living history to Hvar's lavender fields, Croatia offers something for every traveler. Whether you're exploring Zadar's singing sea, discovering Rovinj's colorful lanes, or island hopping through the Adriatic, Croatia will captivate you and leave you planning your return. This is Croatia, the pearl of the Adriatic, where history lives, nature astounds, and the Mediterranean spirit thrives. If you enjoyed this journey through Croatia, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more travel content. Which Croatian destination would you most like to visit? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.